Okay, so if you have not looked at the calendar in a while, it's October. Not only is it October, it is the end of October, which really means one thing, that it's almost Thanksgiving. I have no idea where the whole year went. I feel like March, April, and May were pretty slow months. Like they really just dragged on and on and on. And then the rest of the year was just like gone in a flash. And I don't know how. I've now looked up and we are 5 weeks away from Thanksgiving. 35 days from today, y'all, it is Thanksgiving. So it's time to kick off Thanksgiving prep. Here we go. So 3 years ago, we moved into this house and decided to host Thanksgiving for the very first time. I'd never hosted Thanksgiving before, and we decided, hey, why not? I think Rob was really scared and nervous that it was gonna honestly just be a total disaster. Yes, I am a professional. I, host very large events for a living, but when I get overwhelmed and stressed, my defense mechanism is to just shut down, and I almost get tunnel vision, and I block out everything around me and I just only concentrate on sort of what is right in front of me in that moment. So fall, if you don't know, especially here in Florida, is a really, really busy event season. There's just a lot of events that take place in the fall, and then we're gearing up for holiday season, which is obviously a busy time for events as well. So I think between that and then hosting Thanksgiving for the first time, Rob just sort of figured that I would shut down and that I would try to take on too much and that I would spend most of Thanksgiving in the kitchen and not, hanging out, and I would just be stressed out and short and overwhelmed and just have that tunnel vision mentality. So that was sort of what he agreed to host Thanksgiving, but in his mind, he was thinking that's what Thanksgiving was going to be like, and I was going to be totally turned off and off hosting the holidays forever. Not what happened. I don't want to toot my own horn. However, I killed it. Just say. Because what I did was I took my experience as an event planner, and for those of you who don't know, I spent 4.5 years as catering manager as well. So took my experience as an event planner and as a catering manager and applied that to the holidays and applied that to Thanksgiving. So everything was done in advance, and the day itself was super easy. It was not stressful. Got to spend time with our friends and family. I think that year we had about 16 people. So got to spend time with them without having to be in the kitchen the whole day. And it was just this really great experience. And it was not the stressful, overwhelmed type of experience that I think a lot of people associate with the holidays and with hosting the holidays specifically. And so ever since then, I've wanted to figure out how to help others who do get really stressed out hosting the holidays or just around holiday season in general, help them enjoy it more. Because the whole point of, spending the holidays together and in doing all that is to not spend the whole day in the kitchen. It's to spend time with your friends and your family. So through that came 34-Minute Thanksgiving, which was a digital guide that I released last year. And it was great. And it helped a bunch of people stress less on Thanksgiving, which was the goal. So the goal for 2020 was to actually turn it into a physical print book. That was something a bunch of people from last year had requested. And that was the goal. We were going to self-publish it, but then 2020 happened and COVID happened. And here we are, 35 days from Thanksgiving with no book. So it was probably a pretty big undertaking for like 1 year anyways, but I was going to do it. But then 2020. So anyways, I wanted to find a way this year to bring some additional Thanksgiving content to help you guys through the holidays. Even if you are watching this after Thanksgiving and you're hosting Christmas, like this is valuable content that can be applied to Christmas. It can be applied to birthday parties. It can be applied to whatever you're doing entertaining wise in your home. So wanted to figure out a way to bring some additional content to further help all of you who stress out when it comes to hosting any type of event, holidays included. And YouTube's how we're doing it. So here we are. So basically what we're going to do for the next 5 weeks is I'm going to take you guys along with me as I prep to host Thanksgiving, because we are hosting again this year. I think there will be like 10 or 12 of us. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to take you guys along with me, and every week I will give you some to-dos, some things to execute this week. And the guide, I'm going to re-release that here in a couple of weeks. I'll let you know when it's up. But I'm going to re-release the guide. So that'll have recipes, that'll have really in-depth content in there for you, and some new content. If you bought it last year, it's going to have a lot of new content for this year as well. Not just recipes, but like a massive Thanksgiving Q&A too. I'll go into that in another video. But so that's what we're going to do. So this is week 1, or I'm going to count down backwards. We're at week 5. We are 5 weeks out from Thanksgiving. So there's 35 days. The countdown is on. There are 35 days until Thanksgiving. So even if you aren't hosting, but you are going somewhere and you are responsible for some stuff, get ready, because here we are. So 35 days out, what do you need to do first? Clearly now you know that you are hosting. So first things first, I actually made my list earlier, and I've got it here for you right in this book. It is everything that I need to do to get ready for Thanksgiving. So yes, that includes cooking and prepping and cleaning the house and those basic things that you would know about. But it also includes those little tiny house projects that we have been putting off for the whole year, that now that we're going to have 12 people in our home, I want to get done. So it includes those things as well. So first things first, make your to-do list. When you are hosting any event, that's what needs to happen before you dive into the specifics. Make the to-do list and cover everything you need to do. So for us, that includes finishing this floor project that we are smack dab in the middle of right now. And that's going to mean finishing the baseboards once the floors go in. So the floors are scheduled to go in next week, but we'll need to put the baseboards in. We need to clean up our back deck, because that's where we're going to do Thanksgiving, and it is less than inviting, to say the least. So need to clean up the back deck. It's got a few other just tiny projects that we want to get done before we invite people into our home for the holidays. So that's step 1, make your to-do list. And little tip when it comes to making to-do lists, I'm certainly someone who would want everything to be perfect, and that's a natural inclination to just jump to every project we need to do around the house. But if your guests aren't going to see it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that happens before Thanksgiving. If it doesn't impact how you will host in any way, then it doesn't need to happen. Finishing our floors, finishing the back deck, or refreshing the back deck are things that will impact how we host the holidays. So those are things that need to happen. Outside of that, we still need to decide on menu. I'm going to be working on that this week as well, and divvying that out. So talking with my parents, with my in-laws, and seeing who wants to be responsible for what dish. We are doing this potluck style. It is something that I recommend to everyone. Potluck style is where it's at. Do not try to take on too much. It is like number one mistake everybody makes. So make your full menu. It doesn't have to be extreme, but have the classics on there that everyone in your family loves. divvy them out. Let others take responsibility for them. Even if it is just your immediate family who is coming, like let's say it's just the people inside your home that you are hosting Thanksgiving for this year, let your kids make one of the dishes. Let some of the other people in your home be responsible for them, and don't take them on all yourself. Let them get involved, let them take responsibility and make those dishes, and it takes something off of you. If you've got young kids, maybe that's not a possibility, but I'll have some tips to help you guys in a couple of weeks. 1 week out, week 1, 5 weeks out, 35 days. We are keeping it simple this week. Make your to-do lists and put them in order of priority and schedule out when you're going to do them. So if you accomplish those things this week, I'll pop them up on the screen right here. Then you've made a great first step. And that's, you're headed in the right direction. You don't need to stress. I'm here to guide you through this. If you have any questions, drop them below, or send me an email, send me a DM. I don't care. Get in contact. We'll help you out. So that's where we're starting. So we will see you guys next week, and we'll go from there. See you around, friends.